All right, let's talk about something that can drive every language learner crazy. We're going to dive into the secret of going from just knowing English words to actually, using them in a real conversation. Let's do this.
So, does this sound like you? You've spent hours learning grammar rules. You've got stacks of vocabulary words memorized. But then, the moment someone asks you a simple question, poof, your mind just goes totally blank. It's so frustrating, right? But trust me, the fix is way simpler than you'd ever guess.
See, here's the thing. The real secret to sounding natural isn't about cramming your brain with thousands of individual words from a dictionary. Nope. It's all about mastering a handful of key expressions, the kind of phrases native speakers use constantly without even thinking twice about it.
So, ready to unlock that secret? In this first part, we're going to totally shift how you think about English, away from single words and towards the real building blocks of a great conversation.
Okay, this is probably the most important idea we're going to cover. Fluent speakers, they don't build sentences from scratch, one little word at a time. It's just too slow. Instead, they use chunks of language, these ready-made phrases that just roll off the tongue. Learning these is like getting a shortcut, a conversational cheat code. All right, let's start with the stuff you'll use every single day. Greetings and small talk. Getting these right is a huge confidence booster, right from the get-go. Okay, so instead of the usual, how are you, try this one out. What have you been up to? It just means what have you been doing lately, but it's so much more friendly and natural. It really invites the other person to tell you a real story, not just say, fine, thanks. And check this out. This comic just nails how it works in real life. You'll notice a tiny change here. What are you up to this weekend? It's the same idea, just tweaked for a specific time. It's just a perfect, super friendly way to start making plans or just see what's going on with a friend. This next one is a lifesaver. Because let's be real, we all forget stuff. Instead of just saying, I forgot, which can sound a little blunt, try, it slipped my mind. It's just softer, more natural. Native speakers say this all the time. Now look at the context in this comic, because this is where it gets really interesting. The character gets reminded about a party and bam, you can see she totally forgot. Her reaction, oh my gosh, it totally slipped my mind. That's perfect. It captures that oops moment of surprise way better than just saying, I forgot, right? Okay, let's keep going. Our next section is all about how these phrases work in other common situations. Think about things like shopping, offering someone food, or saying thanks. Seriously, these little expressions are going to make your day-to-day life in English so much easier. So, thank you is always good, of course. But English has a ton of other options depending on the situation. Like, if your buddy gets you a coffee, you're probably not going to say a super formal thank you. You'd say something like cheers or nice one. Using these shows you're relaxed and comfortable with the language, Okay, this one's really fun, especially if you like shopping. When you find an amazing bargain, something that's super cheap, you can say, wow, that's a steal. It's a great way to show you're surprised and really happy about the low price. All right, let's see this phrase in action. Check out this little comic strip. It starts with one friend saying she likes the other's yoga pants. They look comfy, so she asks where she got them. And the answer is, well, it's a big surprise. And boom, there it is. $10? That's a steal. See, it's the perfect energetic response. You can just feel her surprise and excitement. This is exactly how you'd use this phrase in a real conversation. It's not just about the words, it's about the feeling behind them. Okay, this is a must-know for when you have people over. Let's say you've got some snacks on the table and your guest is kind of looking at them, but maybe they're too shy to ask. You just give them a smile and say, help yourself. It's a warm, friendly way to say, please eat whatever you want. You don't even have to ask.
All right, so we've uncovered the secret, we've looked at some really powerful examples, but now comes the most important part. We need to turn what you've learned into something you can actually do. This last section is all about you and how you can literally start using these phrases today. And I want you to remember this. Seriously, it's all about communication, not perfect grammar. Your goal isn't to sound like a textbook, it's to connect with another person. I mean, native speakers make grammar mistakes all the time. What really matters is getting your idea across, and these phrases, they're your best friends for doing just that. So, I have a little mission for you, a challenge. Don't try to memorize this whole list at once. That's overwhelming. Just pick one phrase from today, just one that you liked. Then, your only job is to find one chance to use it, in a real conversation, in a text message, whatever. Just try it once, and see what happens. So, think about it right now.
Which one is it going to be? Are you going to try "What have you been up to?" with someone? Or maybe find a bargain and say, "That's a steal." Look, the road to speaking fluently doesn't start with 1,000 words. It starts with one single phrase that you say with confidence. So, which one is going to be yours?